Thrive Loud listeners, it's Nia. I'm just stopping in on behalf of the Thrive Loud team to wish you all a happy holiday season. Although this year's festivities may look a bit different, we hope that you're still able to find a way to connect with loved ones and experience the joy of this season. Happy holidays from your favorite podcast, Thrive Loud.
Get ready to thrive loud with Lou Diamond.
Hey there, all you Thrive Loud listeners. My name is Gabby Berchtold, and I am currently a Thrive Loud intern. For this minisode, I decided to pull from episode 275 with Bob Burg, Hall of Fame keynote speaker and best-selling co-author of the Go-Giver and Go-Giver book series. I think we could all learn a lot from Bob, and in this outtake he discusses with Lou some important advice he once received, how to read the needs of a room, and what serving by selling means. Hope you enjoy!
I remember coming back to the office one day after a non-selling appointment. It was not non-selling by design. It was supposed to be selling. But through my misapplication, it didn't happen. And there was a guy who was there, an older guy. He was not in the sales department. I think he was an engineer, one of these older guys who, he didn't say much, but whenever he did, it was something profound. And I think he saw the look of disgust on my face and disgust really with myself. And he said, "Berg, can I give you some advice?" And I said, "Yeah, please do." And he said, if you want to make a lot of money in business, actually, he said, if you want to make a lot of money in sales, he said, don't have making money as your target. Your target, he said, is serving others. Now, when you hit the target, you'll get a reward. And that reward will come in the form of money. And you can do with that money whatever you choose. But never forget, the money is simply the reward for hitting the target. It ain't the target itself. Your target is serving others.
I like that.
Yeah, and I think that basic principle would really form the premise of the Go-Giver.
I was going to ask this question because it is interesting. Great salespeople have the ability to read a room really well and know what the needs are. Can you talk a little bit about reading your customers, but also what you have often talked about, that you're not necessarily selling something to someone, you might be helping them with someone. Can you share that message with our listeners?
Okay, so there are a couple of different things there. First, in terms of reading others, to me, the best way of reading someone is to not assume you know what they're thinking, but to ask questions and then listen.
Right. And
listen in a way that you do it without assumption. Not always as easy as that seems. We often talk about putting ourselves in the other person's shoes, which sounds easy to do until you realize that most of us have different size feet.
Yeah.
We literally can't step into their shoes. We figuratively can't step into their mind because we all come from our own unique belief system, our way of seeing the world. In a sense, we're all run by a mechanism that's an unconscious operating system, if you will, right? Which has been planted into us in a sense by the world around us at a very young age. And so we're not always as proactively thinking and open as we believe we are. And we tend to think that others see the world basically the way we do, when that's really not true at all. They see the world the way they do. So if you really want to step into another person's shoes, you need to ask questions and listen not just with your ears. That's the surface listening most of us do. That's listening while we're waiting our turn to speak. It's listening. It's being willing to give them their 2 cents so long as we can then get in our 10 cents. Right. But rather, it's listening with our eyes. It's listening with our posture. It's listening with, as we like to say, with the back of your neck. In other words, putting your entire being into this listening. And what happens is 2 wonderful things. One, you actually do learn about this person. You learn about what they want, what they need from their viewpoint. And you create a sense of trust because people feel heard. They feel listened to. Let me, if I may, take what you said about the not selling, but serving. And, you know, what I would say to that is, you know, it's always a matter of definitions and premises. I see selling as the ultimate in serving. So, you know, I'm never one to say, well, I don't sell, I serve.
You've been listening to Thrive Loud with your host, Lou Diamond. Head on over to Spotify, Good Pods, or wherever you get your podcasts, and subscribe and listen to all of our incredible episodes. Follow Lou at Thrive Loud everywhere on social media, and head on over to thriveloud.com to connect directly to Lou and learn how you and your business can thrive loud too. Thanks for listening.